My name is Derrick Tavares. I'm a student at Western Connecticut State University studying Management Information Systems with a minor in anthropology. I have the great honor today about speaking towards the life and legacy of Frederick Douglass, in my eyes, the most prolific writer and most powerful speaker in American history. I think what truly inspires me about his life and legacy is that he was able to use his voice to bring truly radicalized change to an American society. How, through his firsthand account of being an enslaved African American, he was able to illustrate the barbaric treatment and bring breadth to the abolitionist movement. I think about how he was a key advisor to President Abraham Lincoln and was able to put slavery into the forefront of the war issue, and how, with the end of the Civil War, came the 13th Amendment, which finally abolished slavery. But Frederick Douglass was not content with that. He continued to push. He continued to push and was an advocate to give African Americans full civil rights. And he was also, which I find interesting, a promoter for a women's rights movement. He believed that activism should be at the forefront of all business ventures. And I think that is what Frederick Douglass shows us today. That the movements that are important to us can be fine-tuned through the education that we are afforded. That we are able to fine-tune our voices so that they can be truly influential forces of change within American or within the industries in general. I think what international travel is to me, and what I hope to gain from it, is the opportunity to work within my industry of interest, that being the media and arts industry. But learning about it and being a part of it through an international immersion, being able to learn and gain experiences that students like me would not have gained if they stayed home. It's definitely an experience that I can leverage in the future, because what anthropology has taught me is that we live in a globalized age. We live in a socially connected world. And when you're able to immerse yourself into a different culture, you're able to understand the fact that countries are not just superficial stereotypes that we might see in the media, but they are truly living economies. They have true people. They have people who live within those countries and work within those countries. And the fact of the matter is that when we are isolated in our thinking, we are not able to open ourselves up to the experiences of individuals and thinkers from around the world. And as someone who wants to get into the media and arts industry with a concentration on the environmental policy that corporations should be held up to, it is so important to bring underrepresented voices from around the world into the forefront. Individuals who are affected by climate change, individuals who live in territories susceptible to the rising sea levels. Now, a struggle that I faced as a student leader was being a part of the moot court competition. Only 8 students at Western Connecticut State University were selected, me being one of them. But I had no prior history with legal studies, and I had no prior history with creating an argument and presenting it in front of judges. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But I didn't let those mistakes define me. I pushed, and I pushed really hard to make my school proud. And when I was at that conference, I did just that. At the Yale University conference, we made it top 16, me and my co-counsel. Now, when I'm presented with viewpoints different from my own, I look at them as opportunities to learn and to listen to another person's story, because I think it is so important that individuals and all people are able to tell their stories. Thank you for taking the time to listen to mine.